Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my live stream. It is 2 minutes to 11 a.m. here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And I'll just wait a couple of minutes. I did put it out there that I'll do this at 11 a.m. I'm even having a cigarette. Wait a couple of minutes for someone to join in. Make sure this time I have everything enabled. Live chat, right? We're on the ball today, which is amazing given that I had a very rough night. Pretty tired. I won't go into details too much, but there we have it. So welcome to everyone that will watch this on the replay. Sunday morning here. Hey, Johnny, how are you, mate? Good morning. You're the first here, as usual. Look at this, having a smoke. I was just saying, pretty tired. I had a rough night. Let me know if you had my emails, Johnny, because apparently now, as well as everything else, there's a problem with my email potentially. Had all sorts of dramas with internet for over a week now. Anyway, so there's a ghost in front of us here. I know I don't normally smoke on camera. So, yep, had to set all the software up. I reinstalled Windows 10 this week. Hey, Craig, g'day, mate. And g'day, Laurie, how you going? Oh, you're all coming together. G'day. Just having a cigarette here and a coffee. Can you all hear me okay? Hey, Russell. Okay, mate, thanks for joining. Well, this is good. It's off to a good start, and it's only just 11 a.m. Yeah. I'll finish this, mate. So how are you all? Anyone watching the replay later? Sometimes it takes 12 hours for YouTube to process it. We'll be able to see the chat in the chat window on the side there. Yeah, it is a bit chilly. It's I'm half blinded by the ring light already. It's just a hair's width below 20 degrees centigrade, which is around about 68, almost 68 degrees Fahrenheit, thanks to my handy barometer. Hard June, eh? Yeah, I had a hard night, but I'm reading your chat there. Well, I didn't sleep too well. Yeah, she doesn't want to put out there, but the lady of the house, I had to call an ambulance yesterday evening for her because of chest pains, but turns out like 18 months ago, there was absolutely nothing wrong. So there you have it. So that's good news. All right, cigarette finished. We're underway. So, yeah, I gather everyone can hear me okay. I've had to set the webcam up again too. The thing I hate about Windows, and I used to do this for a living, computers, yeah, it takes you all day to reinstall software that you used to. Hey, Gary, how you going, mate? Welcome to the live stream. I won't ask you what the weather's like where you are because you're just over there, 10 minutes away. So it's probably pretty similar. For those that aren't just over there, it's fairly overcast, a little bit on the nippy side, but not too bad. I have my trusty jumper on here, focus camera, there you go. Had to set this camera and everything up again, the usual blub. When you reinstall an operating system, those of you that saw my latest video, which was pretty spontaneous, using the Kate Bush music, I always wanted to do something with that song in it. So I knew, of course, it would be copyright, so I disabled ads. So luckily, they're not showing any ads. Unlike some of you that have ads showing and you're not even monetizing. That's the great part about YouTube and Google, isn't it, hey? They like to get what they can for free. Anyway, where was I going with that? Absolutely no idea. Anyway, that was my last video. All right, reading. Yeah, that's where I was going, Laurie. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed off because that, long and short, when I won the GoPro, the MP4 files, without getting too technical, they're an updated version. And because of that, my previous editing software, which was Sony Vegas, it couldn't handle that. So I've had to get a later version to do that. But I wanted to render everything. That's being too technical for those that don't know what that means. Once you assemble a video, you then what's called render it, and that compiles everything into a file. I wanted to do that at the highest resolution to match the highest resolution clip that I had, and couldn't find it. Like the previous version of Vegas, it could do that. And so then I jumped onto Google and found out that it is a common problem with it, version 17, which they may have fixed later, the glitch, but yeah, normally you can customize settings, and which is what I used to do in the old version, but this one I couldn't, so now I've had to render it lower than I wanted, but I appreciate the thing anyway. And also there's a bit that annoys me. It's when I'm flying the drone, I'm panning along the sand. That should be smooth, but in the rendering process that I've had to use, it's a little bit chunky. So I'm a perfectionist when it comes to those sort of things, as some of you probably know. Yeah, I don't know if this is hunting a bit with focus. Anyway, let's read some comments. No, well, I was just saying it's just slightly under 20 degrees according to my barometer, but yeah, it's not too cold. I've got this jumper on because it was a bit chilly, but I don't know if you've seen this in my videos. This t-shirt here I bought years ago because I used to watch the guys on that show, and I actually got it from that place. Where's my hand? That place. Yeah, I bought two of them, one for me and one for Letty. And it still fits. So I thought I'd wear that. Antique archaeology. Okay, so now I'll scan my eyes across and read some comments. Oh, Popeye. Hello, Popeye. How you going? Popeye. Popeye. Do you want a seed pod to eat? So where are you, Craig? Because where you said you would be this weekend, I have no idea where that is. Is that north, south, east, or west of Perth? Can't be too far east. Well, it could be. It could be an island. Anyway, wherever it is, I may as well say a suburb of Brisbane, and that's as much as it means to me. Oh, yeah, Johnny. I was just saying, another friend of mine told me this morning that she sent 4 emails yesterday, and they all bounced back. So I'm wondering if that's potentially part of the problem I've been experiencing with my ISP for over a week. They are going to send out a modem, which I'm not sure will be too successful, because it's never their fault, you understand, no matter which ISP you're with. It's never their fault. Mandura. Okay. A little more information, please, Craig. Where is that? I know it's in Western Australia, not Washington. Well, I suppose I could Google it. G'day, Crusader Nolan. How you going? Good morning to you. Well, it's morning for me. Sorry, Gary. You can tell Popeye that the magpies were here before. Good stuff. If you hear it creak in the background, it's not a haunted house. I've kind of closed the cupboard doors in the hallway because somebody was using a chainsaw, but they've stopped now. So I thought it was about time I did a live stream. I think it's been 4 months. Thought I'd throw a live stream in amongst the mix. I call it the mid-year catch-up, but we're past the mid-year, but, we're still in the ballpark, is what I'm saying. One day, too, we'll have to get to work on this idea of a couple of years now of having some merch made, like T-shirt and some beer holders or whatever. I've had the design in my head for a long time, so I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll sell one T-shirt, of which I might get 20%. I'm not sure what. Anyway, so what's everyone been doing? And of course, any questions or anything about any recent videos I've put out? The GoPro was handy. If you saw the one where the new Manto got landed on the moon, and that was a bit of, well, it made me laugh. The bit of black cotton was delivered. Yeah, coffee mug, definitely. Yeah, it was a bit of fun. How I shot that, for anyone interested, is I used a black and a white screen, and I laid it over the one of the lounge room couches, and the black was obviously space, and the white I just put a cushion or two under there to make it a bit, whatever, bumpy. And yeah, I used black cotton, but I had it's actually an X television light, very strong to the side, and that lit up the black cotton. So short of learning how to paint that out, yeah, I left it there. And of course, engine shutdown was the string going limp. Bit of fun. Well, I laughed. G'day, Sea Prince. How are you, mate? I guess it's night time there in England. Not night time here. It's just overcast. What's the temperature there? It's probably, I've heard it's similar to here. Of course, it's summer there. I'm not into it, but Wimbledon, I heard, was cancelled because of rain. No, yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Craig. That could be taken the wrong way. Well, look, my design, let me think what it was. It was basically, essentially, this part of me, probably doing a thumbs up. I thought of doing a wink, but then I'm not sure. And just a word saying g'day, and probably just the YouTube logo with Steve Mack across it. So I may be able to design that. Well, I should, yeah, I can on Photoshop. I haven't looked into what these people, if you can just send them a template, I think you can. Or also thought maybe, just depending on what I can do, using that service called Fiverr, which I have used in the past, and you can get different quotes from graphic artists and things to make it up. But I'll look into that. And also which of the many merchandise places are popular, and yeah, there's a lot to look into. But it'll be a bit of fun. And the thing is, with those services, you don't actually, I don't go out and buy 1,000 coffee mugs and 1,000 T-shirts. They all just printed up whatever as demanded, I think. So I'm not sure what percentage the actual person gets. But anyway, it's not really about the money. It's just a bit of fun. Anyway, Johnny, so yeah, I sent you another email this morning just to see if you're getting my emails, because I haven't heard from you for a few days, and I was getting worried. Especially there's no comments under my latest video with the Kate Bush music. G'day, mate. How are you going? OJAS. OJAS? I know, yes, I'm familiar with you. I just don't actually know your name, I don't think. Hey, Will, how you going? Nice to hear from you. So how's the weather on the Gold Coast? It's pretty much the same, I imagine. See, I know where almost all of you are. I know where you are. Okay. Well, that's strange, Johnny. Maybe send me an email and see if I get it, and also your other email account that you tried. Something's obviously amiss. Bugger. I sent you some last night about things here. Yoga. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this ISP. Anyway, how's the lighting? I might dip this ring light down a bit. That's off. That's not even too bad, is it? Yeah, the colour. You can adjust this. I've never really looked into it, how to do it during a live stream. All I know is after I have the light on, I can't see properly for about an hour because all I see is a big ring. It's pretty bright. Hey, Alan, how you going? I thought you might join in. Will's here as well. And there you go. What's the temperature like your way, Al? I'll just turn this light back on a little bit. Pretty cold there? Yeah, well, I've got a mate, Rob, in North Queensland in Cairns, but I don't think he ever joined. Unless he joined in one live stream. I'm not sure. I probably should have told him it's on. Was it Brisbane 29th of June to the 4th of October? Okay. Oh, we should have caught up. Hey, following the Ashes. Sorry, I'm just reading up OJS, I'll say. No, I don't follow any sport really. Not my thing, never has been. I used to watch motor racing many years ago. I still sometimes watch the Bathurst 1000, as I call it, you know what I mean, formerly James Hardy. Last year I watched maybe 30 minutes of it. I used to religiously, early in the morning, watch the entire broadcast till it finished. But yeah, not so much into it anymore. For one thing, all the cars pretty well look the same, and they have for many years. And all the old drivers that I followed are no longer with us, or not racing at least. Peter Brock was my favourite. A lot of drivers, their sons are now up there driving. So, yeah, and I used to watch Formula One too. I remember staying up or waking up in the middle of the night many years ago, decades ago, to watch the Formula One. Couldn't be bothered anymore. You're defrosting. So, oh, okay. So you can mow the lawn. Why is it frost? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was Johnny saying he was defrosting. It shouldn't be any frost over there now. Could you ask for designs at a college? I could, but I probably wouldn't. Yeah, it's how it is, isn't it, Russell? It's I think as we age, we lose interest in some things typically, and we might veer off in a bit of interest in other things. It's just the way it is. It's life, isn't it? Oh, just Alan's got the eyes. That's for you, Al. Brocky and Dick Johnson, yeah, rivals. I never thought that much of Dick Johnson. I thought he was a bit of a dick at times. But then so was Alan Moffat. You know, I guess whatever. Yeah. You can so, Alan. I'm awake to your jokes. I've encountered this before. Yeah, I know you can hear me. Oh, by the way, this jumper, I was going to say, you can always tell a cat owner, dogs to a degree, but cat owner, because no matter what you have in your wardrobe, there's always cat fur on it. It floats around in the air and it looks for clothing, goes, yeah. Oh, Alan Grice, haven't heard that name for many years. Yeah. All right. I always enjoy reading these back because sometimes I miss them because I'm trying to look at you guys in the camera there. While it hunts around, I can see in my peripheral vision for focus. But yeah, I sometimes miss the comments. So I thought I'd have a short live stream today. Well, sort of, it's liquid, or what do they call it? Fluid. Not gender fluid, just fluid. So we'll go on as long as we need to. Oh, yeah, that was my favourite too. It still is, Laurie. Yes, I'm always enjoying looking at. If you want to count that as a sport, I'm a huge advocate of that sport. No, I didn't comment on it, mate. Yeah, I read it, but that was a few days ago. Will's gone cooking, has he? All right. Have a mouthful of coffee, which I just made. This is my third coffee this morning. I just had most of some pancakes that Letty made. They're okay, but I wanted to be here early to set this up. And I was 2 minutes early when I went live. Yeah. Oh, so what's everyone doing? Just chilling out today? Apart from Will, that's going to mow the lawn. Adjust my headspace there. Yeah, well, I'll probably have a nap later, or try to, because I had very broken sleep last night. And that's it, I've run out of things to say. Pancake parlour. Oh, is there a pancake parlour? There used to be a pancake manor, which I went to many years ago. Let me pull this forward. I have to do a thing like this tomorrow for money. So, not on YouTube. But anyway. Here we go, tweak that down a bit. Yeah, Pancake Manor it was called. I guess it's the same thing. They were quite good. Yep, I don't blame you, Craig. You got ribs. Wow. Yeah, funny thing about subscribers, Alan, it's tell you what, since I was demonetized a few months ago, my everything on my channel went bombed. I was getting for a while a lot of subscribers. And now I think I've got like 8 this month, which isn't many. It's down a lot. And also, and I've told YouTube this, and they said, "Oh no, there's no connection. My videos aren't being put out there very much, I don't think." By YouTube, of course, they say no, it's not the case, but the analytics speak for themselves. When I wasn't monetized for those few months until I got it back, definitely yeah, I can understand it if it is the case, because obviously, I mean, YouTube is not a benevolent society. They're there to make money. I understand that. I don't begrudge that. I mean, hell, they let us talk here for free. So yeah, but of course, if they're not making money from ads, then why would they promote your channel or videos the way it is? I've been a lot more disheartened of late, actually, with making videos when I might get a couple of hundred views out of a typical video. Not all of them, some do better. But I think, well, I'm only a tiny channel, so I don't expect too much. But then I see other channels that get a few thousand views as soon as the video's up. And I think, well, yeah. Oh, there's a lot, I've made videos about this before, but there's a lot of factors. Pancake place in Brisbane City, it was, Will. I think it was in the Queen Street Mall, by memory. I think there might have been a few of them. They were a franchise, I believe. That's back in the days when I used to, a long time ago, ride my motorbike in every night for a while and go and play chess at 2 different cafes. Yeah, I haven't played chess for decades either. I was quite good at it once. But yeah, those days. I was younger, fitter, and had a little bit more zest for life than I do now. Okay, only recently discovered you, Steve. Oh, okay. No, sorry, I'm thinking of someone else. So sorry, Lawrence, if it's okay I called you Laurie. I thought you were the guy I met and actually put in one of my videos. Okay. My UFO footage. Yeah. Well, I don't have any actual footage of UFOs or things that I haven't been able to identify, but there's certainly a lot up here. But yes, I've told you about things that I've seen, and it's just what I've seen. I can't say if they're from elsewhere or man-made, and there are both. But yeah, it's funny how people find people on the channel, isn't it? Yeah, I've noticed, Alan, you've dropped off making as many videos too. It gets a bit disheartening, doesn't it? But I still like, as I've said before, how I found your channel, Alan, is through when you used to travel around your city there and on your bike, push bike, with your GoPro. And I love that, especially. I always remember the one where you went to the beach and you showed the harbour. It was night time or early morning. Yeah, I wouldn't have deleted any of those. I would have kept them on the channel because people will find them. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, so I've backed off a bit on making videos. I was making on average 2 a week. It's not to say I won't. Like the other day, I spontaneously only spent probably an hour or two putting together some drone clips, some of which you haven't seen on videos before, and put it to the music. And then I had a devil of a time trying to render it the way I wanted. So, but I did boost the audio as much as I could with a bit of spatial separation. So I highly recommend you watch that on a surround system like yours, Gary. Because yeah, I heard it for the first time last night on my TV, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. I love Kate Bush. Yeah, you do get a lot of views on your YouTube Shorts, Craig. I know. That's why I do shorts occasionally, but I mostly tend now to do like I did the one the other day as a call to people to say, hey, I'm having a live stream on Sunday, because people will often see your short videos that aren't a regular viewer of your channel. And also, there's a chance that they may then look at some of your normal videos and go, yeah, I don't mind the content or I don't mind the person. Yeah. So, oh, you still got your bike. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't been wearing shorts as much lately, Johnny, in the cold. There have been days, but not every. I'm letting my coffee go cold. How dare I? How dare you? It's not bad, even cold. Macona Rich 9 is my poison. They're not that short, Johnny. My shorts. And that gets back to a discussion earlier about, watching girls in short shorts or skirts. My number one sport, my only sport, actually. Yeah. Unlike Elon Musk and his sport of sending rockets up there, I watched the one the other day. What's it called? I never remember. You know what I mean, Gary? A huge, ginormous thing. And then it blew up on the landing. And I guess the guy's right that was commenting. Technically, it was a successful mission because they learnt a lot. But on the flip side of that is you just blew up a multi-billion-dollar thing. But they learn, and I bet everyone's glad there was no people on board is the main thing. But the fact those jettisoned booster rockets can come down and land just like drones, brilliant, absolutely mind-blowing. I've said it before, but the very first time they did that, which was a fair few years ago now, I shared it to a mate I had, and he said it was just CGI. Yeah, I said, no, this was actual, really what they do. As much as you could think, yeah, it's just computer generated. It's real. Who would have thought that? It's not like it has wings or anything. Amazing. You in shorts, Steve? Yeah. Well, on some of the cold days, Al, especially night time, boy, I'm shivering to even think about it. It's not too cold here, though. Not too cold. Just peering out the window here, it's still there's a little bit of blue coming out, blue sky. So, what is the weather there like, Alan? Apart from being cold, is it cloudy? New Zealand often is cloudy, the land of the long white cloud. And I remember every time of the 15 times I've gone to New Zealand, or I think every time I've seen, as we're coming closer to the mainland, big long white cloud. I guess that's where the name came from. Not too bad, eh? Good. All right, weather check everywhere else. Gary, I've got yours. Craig and everyone else. Johnny? Lawrence? No, Lawrence. I'm meaning to look that up. I do want to see the Starlink train. I have an app on my phone, satellite tracker I've had for years. Actually looked at it last week, and it used to list like all the satellites. Now there are dozens and dozens and dozens of Starlinks. But I needed to look up an exact time when they're all in a synchronized orbit for a short time. So you see that, or some people call it a Starlink caravan, I think. It would be fabulous to see. And if I can find that out, because they're happening so often, it's not going to be too rare of an occurrence. But I will try and video it. The trouble is, whenever you go to do that, it's always cloudy, almost always. When there's some celestial event, cloudy. But I'd love to see it. It'd be awesome. Keeping people, yeah, that's right. Well, that's exactly right, Sea Prince. I'm still waiting to see you make a video because you know a lot about it, but I want to see a video. You bought a new camera, so. Oh, hello, fake account. That's a great name. Fake account. Oh, g'day, fake account. How you going? Don't say you're fake. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, that's why I almost always put end screens and pinned comments. Yeah, you got your lawn sprinklers fixed. Oh, good. Yep, mild and rainy too, eh? We only had one day of rain. And the low cloud. I did a short video when I was at a friend's place, and I was there with Letty actually. And yeah, the cloud was low. But back here, when we got home, I almost took the camera out and used the torch to highlight it. We were just like cloud was sitting on us, and it was quite interesting. Trouble with your typical setup of digital equipment at night time is sometimes it's not very effective to show what you're seeing. But it was quite interesting. The weather is a weird thing, isn't it? It's a strange world we live in, no matter which way you flip it. All right, so did I miss any comments? Let's scroll up here with my little mouse. Oh, here's my mouse, by the way, Johnny. It's like yours. It's very similar. Oh, it has an LED. I wonder if that's doing a weird effect. Okay. G'day, Wolfgang. How you going? Yeah, well, I don't know. I won't really go into which way I'll vote for that. I think a lot of it's good in theory, but I think it's ruined by a lot of people that that are the wrong element, in my opinion, to represent that side of things, because the people like, oh no, my light went off. Oh, that's close. Yeah, I think what stands out in the minds of people are the protesters that burn the flag. Well, I have a very strong opinion about people that do that, and it ain't a good opinion. And they want to, and they say, F the white man and all that. Well, I go, well, okay, then, well, feel free to not have any benefits that we're giving you, free hospitals, etc. Anyway, yeah, so to be honest, I'll probably vote no on that basis. I mean, they do already have a say, and I'm not saying there's not room for improvement on that, but I won't be too political anyway. Yeah, I've heard, look, Lawrence, I don't know where this came from, but I actually do these, what do you call them? Anyway, petitions. Yes, I get an email with petitions, and I saw one of them was about renaming Brisbane, and I think, no way, I hope they never do that. I mean, that's just dumb. So definitely sign that. Sorry, this is Focus is hunting a lot today. I definitely signed no. I don't want that to ever happen. Rename Brisbane. I mean, why? Yeah, well, that's all right. I mean, in theory, it's a democracy, Will. So, in theory, we all get to have our say, and no votes are ever corrupted. You're going to get a lot of new stuff. What are you going to get, Alan? Yeah, yeah, I agree, Wolfgang. Yeah, and exactly a great point. A great point. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And that's the problem. It's I think there's too much these days around the world. Um, especially, well, I made a video about this. The multi-gender thing. I mean, look, everyone watch that video if you want. I go right into it, but I think too many people are focused on gender. Too many people are focused on race. That sort of thing. It's like just give credit to a person for what they do. It doesn't matter what sex they are or anything like that, what race they are. Credit where it's due, no matter what the outside world sees. That's my opinion anyway, as I bash my finger on my desk. Ah! It's actually, I could show you, it's not marble, it's marble chipped. It's from my grandparents' house. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What would you call Brisbane instead? I just think keep it called Brisbane. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, well, let's, thanks for answering, Johnny, about that. Bris Vegas. No, so some people do call it that. And I haven't been to Las Vegas. Gary, if you're still there, you've been there. Yeah, well, I'm not aware of any controversy, Johnny, about it. Just that I saw what I mentioned. I hadn't heard of it. I've not seen it. I don't watch the news very often because it's all shit, most of it. And but I haven't heard of it. So obviously somebody stood up and went, "Let's call it something else." So yeah, I hope they don't. Look, it's like there are places around the world that have been renamed. There's heaps of them. That's countries and cities. Um, Even Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. Well, I have been there, but I still call it by the original name. And it doesn't matter, does it? But yeah, I will always call Brisbane Brisbane because this is where I was born, and it's Brisbane. It's like when I went to school. I was talking to Gary about this recently. We had the planet Pluto, and then fast forward a few decades. Oh, Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's not listed, as the seventh planet or whatever. I went, well, it is to me. And then they brought it back, said, oh no, it's a planet again. And now I think the latest, it's a whatever, what do they call it? A not planet. It's a planet, okay. I'm never going there. Okay. Yeah, I thought that might be the case, Lawrence. Can I call you Laurie since I started that way? Yeah, look, to be honest, I think it's bullshit. I'm really against the 2032 Olympics being held here because mostly, for anyone that's been to Brisbane and seen the changes that are happening, huge construction changes. Look, they're not all going to be for the worst, but I keep thinking they're doing all of this for basically 10 days, where people from overseas will come and I've just seen too many other cities that were Olympic cities. Not always the case, but they build great big new stadiums and then they're left to rot. What's the good of that? I think money could be spent in a lot better places. Yeah, I hope they don't. Will call you Loza? That's like a throat lozenge. I don't call people Loza. Well, if you want Loza. Where's the other guy gone? Where's fake account? Where are you? Maybe it was just a fake account. Where's oh, mate, yeah. No idea, Russ. In Brisbane City, like they're building all new bridges extremely quickly too, I have to add. It's the whole thing, look, being raised in Brisbane, I've seen a lot of changes. It's hard to imagine the way things used to look, like even the CBD, Central Business District. I can't remember what it looked like when I was a kid. It was only like one tall building or something, but yeah. I'm not saying it's not useful, it's just different. And sometimes change isn't the best thing, I think. It's not the best thing for me anyway. Yeah, but so what, Will? I mean, okay. Americans have always known about Brisbane. They call it Brisbane. Well, all the movies. But, oh, I don't know about that. Oh, you're going, Alan. All right. Cheers, mate. Thanks for joining in. I was hoping you would. And I'll catch you soon on the next video. Make a new video. Do a walk around. Are you going too, Craig? All right. No worries, mate. You don't want to spend your weekend off in front of a screen. Yeah, send me some photos or something. I bet you'll do a short, another YouTube short. So keep an eye out on Craig's channel for that, folks. Yeah, Russell, roads are better in Queensland. Well, better than what? I can give you a lot of roads that aren't. Again, this is what I'm saying. It's like all the money for the Olympics, beautifying the centre, the city of Brisbane. On the outskirts, they're not. There's no money being spent anywhere else for it. Like, as Gary knows only too well, the roundabout at a suburb called Indooroopilly, they've been stuffing around for over a year, and I imagine it's going to be years more before they finish. I think what they're doing is making an overpass. But what they've done in the meantime is just make it the way they should have in the first place. Only now there's like 1,000 heavy construction things constantly working there. All the businesses around there, you can't get to most of them, not easily. They must have lost a ton of business because of all this construction. And for what? Probably, I imagine somebody got, a little donation behind the back there for giving the go ahead. It's just stupid. Call it Brisbane. Oh, okay. Well, there's maybe one or two of you that call it Brisbane now, Johnny. Gympie Road, yep. It's all nuts. Yeah, that's right. It's like the council. Yeah, so much wasted money. Oh, we don't get a say, do we? Need a coffee. We don't get a say. All right. Well, Craig and Alan have bowed out. Fake account came and went. Maybe it was a fake account. It was a Google bot. I will say a shout out to Puppy Breath, who no doubt will watch this when it replays at some stage later. Yeah, g'day to you, my love. Hope you're doing well. All right. I probably missed some comments, so I'll watch these Maybe tomorrow morning on the phone I'll read them all. I think I've got the majority of them. Okay, well, yeah, looks like I've got the majority. All right, let's scroll back down. Yeah, well, that's right. That's what I was saying, Will. Like, some of the roads are shocking. What can you do? Yeah, wow. How unusual for a politician to do that. Yeah. Well, look how many years it took to make the road to the Gold Coast. Improve that. I mean, yes, it's good now, but it was, I can't remember, it was 5 years, was it 10 years? It was a long time. And even, the Gateway Bridge, Will, I didn't even realise they'd built a second one until we went on our cruise about 7 years ago. And we left from Brisbane. I think it was the largest ship that they could fit under the bridge. I don't think they go from there anymore. And I'm going, like, 2 Gateway Bridges. Where did that one appear from? When they opened the Gateway Bridge, if you recall, it was actually free for, was it a week or a month? And then it became a toll bridge, etc. Yeah. Well, the B word. I don't know. I don't understand any of this. Okay. Anyone want to talk about anything else? Because it's we've done pretty well. We're 46 minutes and 50 seconds into the live stream. You know, the thing I always wish, and maybe one day in the future it'll happen, maybe, where we could all actually speak to each other rather than just me speaking and you guys typing. I mean, it's something, but yeah, I think that just popped the other one up well overnight. That's what I've been saying about these roadworks. If this was Asia, it'd be overnight, new roadworks. I've been in different cities in Asia, and I've gone to sleep one night and I've woken up, there was a freeway there, virtually, because they get like 100 million people all working. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, ghost. Okay, well, I might wrap this up if nobody wants to add anything else, because I have to consider people watching the replay too. And it's a big ask to sit there for a long time. Hang on, I said it is a big ask. Not it's a big ass. If you want a big ass, I'll stand up. Clem 7, the tunnel, yeah. What are some of your favourite YouTube channels? I have a few of them. It's probably a lot. Ones I tend to watch a lot are vlogging channels. There's a guy called Bald and Bankrupt. Well, his name's Ben. Watched him for a fair few years now. Through him, I now watch a few others, which is Harold Balder. At first, I didn't like him much. He seemed like a bit of a whinger, but I'm used to him now. They all have their different styles. Even now, because of a trip from the top to the bottom of the UK, with Bald and Bankrupt, is Backpacker Ben, whose name is also Ben. So I watch him now. He's a different style as well, but he's all right. Was watching Johnny FD for a while, again, who I found through Bald and Bankrupt's channel. Yeah, I can take or leave him. Not too fussed on his videos. He's all right, but well, here's a funny thing. One night this week, this is typically what I do, and I know Johnny, and it's been mentioned before, do a video sometime about my favourite movie or movies. I will do that soon. But here's the funny thing about that. After I typically most nights will watch a movie, I will watch YouTube for an hour or two, depending how tired I am. And a few nights ago, I thought, Jenny's Garage, it's called. It's an American couple, and she's really cool and cute, I think. Not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, I started watching them a few years ago, where he bought a generator or something from Walmart or what have you, and he bought it cheap because it wasn't running, and he fixed that up. So yeah, I've been following them for a few years, but they have a long gap, like 6 months, sometimes a year between videos. I thought, wonder if they've made anything. So I typed it in. I watch almost exclusively. I watch YouTube on my big TV, which I did a video about. And yeah, sure enough, they'd had two videos just recently. And the very next morning, boom, they had another new video. I went, wow, uncanny. Yeah. Um, it's not me, Will. Who's not we? What? Bounty Hunter D. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people on YouTube I follow. Maybe I'll do a list one day. I know in my people I've subscribed to have been thousands of people. Just depends. I mean, they'll pop up as suggested. One that I've watched for a couple of years, Johnny, I know watches him. Vice Grip Garage. I'll be dipped. Yeah, he's quite funny. He does a lot of work on cars with a lot of names for engine parts that are a little bit out there. Now, let me see if I can remember some. Help me out here, Johnny. Instead of a distributor, he calls it a lightning whirler. Instead of the high tension leads or spark plug leads, lightning hoses. Yeah, that sort of thing. So I guess if you knew absolutely nothing about cars, you could be accidentally trained to call them the wrong thing. But the way he does is very, very enjoyable. And he gets my favorite ones he does. Not so much, I don't really watch when he goes motor racing or things like that. But I like the ones where he finds an old car, gets it going and drives it 600 miles back home or what have you. They're quite good. They're long videos, but usually quite good. Diesel Creek is another one I've watched for probably a year or more now. He's totally obsessed with earth moving equipment. Nice guy, and he gets all his diesels running. And yeah, there's a lot. Chris Fix, yeah, I used to watch Chris Fix. It's quite handy with like car repairs and things. Scotty Kilmer, of course. I know some people got a bit sick of Scotty. Sparkulators, that's right. Yeah. How does Scotty sound? He sounds a little bit like this. I mean, he knows his stuff. I mean, he's been a mechanic for 100 years. But I just crossed my leg here. But yeah, I don't know. He strikes me as pretty honest. So I was going to say he's not really commercial because I believe he doesn't get sponsored by any of these products that he talks about, which is good when that happens because it's like me in essence. I won't say something's good if I haven't experienced it. Yeah. Ring that bell here. Everyone knows Scotty. Yeah, sparkulators. What's some other stuff? Yeah, anyway, that sort of thing. You check him out, Will. Dan Russell. Yeah. Dream Car Garage. No, Vice Grip Garage. That's right. Yeah. Huge channel. Very, very popular. All right. So there's a lot of YouTubers I watch. Oh, thank you, Will. I'm blown backwards. Thank you so much. No one ever does that. But thank you. I appreciate that. That'll buy me a cup of coffee or half a cup of coffee. Prices have gone up, It's because of the war. Like every price around the world. Oh, yeah, it's because of the war. Right. I could say a lot about that too. Thank you, mate. I will. I definitely will. Much appreciated. It's always humbling when someone does that. Yeah, Scotty got a bit tiresome. Well, I don't know. Is he though, Johnny? He's all about the money. Well, he obviously makes a lot of money with YouTube content, but as I was saying, I don't think he gets sponsored by anyone. Yeah, no, he's okay. Yeah, I could make a huge list actually if I really think of it. People that I watch fairly regularly. Casey Neistat, I used to watch him all the time. I first stumbled across him years ago when he was doing daily vlogs. And having recently done daily vlogs most days for a month or 30 days worth to help my overcoming of the AI to get remonetized. Yeah, well, I know he does have people do editing for him, and I understand why, because everything he does is so cinematic, and it would take me a week to edit that. So, yeah, but I kind of, he's okay. I still watch his videos on the rare occasions he uploads. They don't always grab my attention much if it's sport orientated, but I still watch them. I still like his productions. Someone else was going to mention, I forgot. Yeah, weight reduction means rust. Yeah, he's funny. Check him out. He's a bit of a laugh, especially if you're into cars and mechanics. Or not mechanics, the mechanisms of cars. If you're into mechanics, watch another channel. Don't mention Zivor. Good stuff. Oh, by the way, Will, I have a link down in my videos in the description area down towards the bottom where you can, not just you, but if people want to donate towards me making content, I've got my own PayPal link. And if you put friends and family, you don't get hit with a fee. If you do it through here, which is why I don't encourage it, Google takes almost half of it. So I'll get half a cup of coffee after all out of that. So you've half bought Google a cup of coffee. And Google says thank you. Oh, well, never mind. That'll fix it. Probably not. You would have. Oh, you did see my video, didn't you, Johnny? Yeah, with my moon landing beginning. Yeah, you did. That's right. You commented. And yeah, you got my little sense of humour where I spoke about it being such a windy day, it would be impossible to land on the moon on a day like this. Because it's too windy. Unfortunately, some people go, why couldn't you land on the moon in the wind? That's all I can say about that. All right. Yeah, no, it's all right, Will. No, cheers, mate. But yeah, there's a link below. But no need. I don't ask for donations, but it is appreciated. I'm not making an awful lot of money on YouTube again. Did for a little while, not an awful lot, but for me it was. And then it disappeared, and it's like just like tottering along. It's better than the kick in the, like what isn't, but unless you're into that kinky stuff. But yeah, whatever. As I've said, I'll always make videos. I think it's just I've backed off a little bit. Plus, yeah. I ask you a favour, Johnny. Don't ask me to make a video again about a topic because I still, nearly a year and a half later, I haven't really put together my swimming pool, my complete swimming pool maintenance guide. I've shot just about everything I need to shoot a long time ago, but I have to put it together. And I'm thinking, well, do I make it a two-part thing? It's hard. And the most depressing part is maybe it'll accrue a couple of hundred views ultimately. Yeah. Oh, well. Would you do stealth camping videos? What's a stealth camp? How do you do a stealth camp? What on the solar wind? What is a stealth camping video? How could you camp? There's so many cops around. That's an interesting thing. Stealth camping videos. You mean people that are like in parks or something? Okay, yeah, I was wondering if that's what. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't cruise around the city much to see where people are camping. There's a lot of people doing it though, unfortunately, around Australia because of what they call the housing crisis. I mean, there are places available that people want to rent, but the problem is the rents are so exorbitant they can't afford them. I'm just lucky to own this place. Do as I do. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Johnny. Yeah, I appreciate your very generous donations in the past, very much. No need, but it's humbling. And also puppy breath. Sorry, Rose, if you're watching. Oh, I've said your name. If you watch this replay, which you probably will, yours are also appreciated. Much appreciated. And the other people too. It's a rare occurrence, but it's a nice feeling. Actually, I did have a $5 one the other day from somebody that I don't recognise the name, but the may go by a different handle on here. But if you do watch this, thank you. I actually sent you an email thanking you. Oh, you're back, Alan. Well, you brought a grapefruit with you. Sorry, a kiwi fruit. Well, you didn't stay away. What did you do? Have lunch? Walk around, interview, ask a stupid question? Nah, I do that every day in my life. Doesn't get me far. Does stealth camping, has a lot of views. Okay. Stealth camping. Yeah. Trouble is, I don't do an awful lot of walking. As I've become older, I have some issues with my spine, which is why I see a chiropractor every 2 weeks. And of course, I'm carrying so much weight that doesn't help things at all, etc. Not going to give me my money. Well, how can I give you money, Alan, if I had it to give? No, I can't give you a kangaroo. I don't own one. Segway. I'd like to try one. I almost did once when I was on Moreton Island, probably about 7 years ago. Instead, Letty and myself went on quad bikes. And I tell you what, ever since I was a kid, started on mini bikes. I rode motorbikes practically every day of my life for many decades. And I found out the quad bikes are nothing like a motorbike. It was weird. I was like, wow. When I started off, I was heading towards the bloody sea. And I thought, best be taking some action turning the handlebars. It's not like a motorbike where you lean. It's just like weird. It's neither a car nor a motorbike. The other thing I didn't like about the quad bikes, I suppose you could modify them, or maybe there's different models. On a motorbike, I'm used to here's the accelerator, right? On a quad bike, it's a lever. It's like, nah, I don't like that. Especially because we were going over these humpy things around the island. And if you go too fast, naturally you're jerking, and then your thumb's accelerating, so you go, rah, rah. I'm not a fan of quad bikes. It was an interesting experience. Okay. I rode road bikes many years, and in fact, many memories on my old Honda 750 Boldor, riding through the mud out west. I spent all day riding about 50 kilometres through this thick, 1 or 2 foot deep dirt. It was crazy, mental. Some of the places I've been on a road bike, you would not think they could do it. Funnily enough, this is a channel I do watch, and I said it in my GoPro test video. Camp Winnie is the channel, and how that came about is that my Harley Davidson Fat Boy, which apparently I sold in 2014, because he did he was part of a live stream thing the other day, and he was talking about his Terminator 2 collection. And that's why he came up from Sydney and bought my Harley when I sold it. And am I glad that he bought it? I know it's been basically on show in his house for years. He's just recently sold his house, and now they're travelling Australia again in their RV, if you want to call it that, or motorhome. So I chat to him fairly often. He rings me. I imagine he's put my old Harley into storage somewhere, along with the other memorabilia that he built or obtained with Terminator 2 theme. But yeah, so fast forward a bit from when he bought that, he rang me probably 2 years ago, I guess now, and I still had his number in my phone. And I said, "Oh, Shannon, how you going?" And yeah, it turns out he started a YouTube channel, which is Camp Winnie, because it's a Winnebago. And yeah, his channel's starting to pick up. And he's asked me for advice about this, that, and the other, and I've given him. Had long chats, and yeah, all the power to him. But as I said, he was speaking about my former Harley Davidson, which was basically exactly the same as Schwarzenegger rode on that film, but he added saddlebags on the back. I didn't have that. Yeah, so funny world, isn't it? Sometimes a good world. I better catch up with this chat here. Here we go back and check your lives. All right, where did I mess up? Oh, there you go. G'day, filthy pig. I've been meaning to ask you what your real name is because it feels really funny to call someone a filthy pig. Yeah, what's up, mate? Good to see you. Sorry I missed the comment there. I was just looking into the ring here, which I'll now spend the rest of the afternoon with a big bright ring in my eyes. Takes a while to get over. You do go on, Steve. Yeah, well, it's a live stream, Alan. What do you want me to do? Hold up a book. Okay. Here's a live stream of my 2023 diary. As you can see, it's like a quilted cover. It's that thick. There we go. Only stupid questions, 1.5. Yep. There are no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people. I thought I'd throw that saying there. The old quads with throttle. Well, were they really? Oh, really? That makes no sense to me. Well, I didn't know that. Well, if I ever get a quad bike, like if I buy a property out or another property, I had 3 in New Zealand once. If I was to buy a property somewhere and had a quad bike, I would definitely, 100%, probably modify it to a throttle. You better check your. All right, you two. Okay. Well, this live stream's gone on longer than I thought. So, Filthy Pig, can I ask you what your name is? Just your first name. You don't have to give yourself away. I don't mind, but it's it's funny. Yeah, I know, mate. We had a guy come in here before, Filthy Pig, and I'd have to scroll up. I've forgotten his. He's not. Yeah, he was called Fake Account, and he just said hi. Message retracted. Well, lucky, aren't you, Will? Because if you post a letter, you can't normally retract that letter if you think I shouldn't have posted that. Anyway, I'm going to have to go and have a pee, I think. No, I didn't have a skateboard, Alan. I have tried to ride them when I was younger and no, forget that. Also had a surfboard when I was very little. Couldn't do that either. Page per day diary. Yes, it is, definitely. I've actually bought diaries in the past and you turn the page and pages are missing. Got to really check these Chinese made crap. Off to Bunnings. No, you should have done that Sunday. Saturday's the tradition to go to Bunnings. Yeah. Well, I made a couple of videos in Bunnings. All right. Well, look, I might wrap it up, guys. This is way past what I thought I'd run it to. It's an hour and 10 minutes almost. So I need a pee. I'll go outside and chill out in Studio A for a while. Maybe have another coffee because I'm dead tired. And I might have a nap later on. as I need it. Yeah, I'm glad you came too. I'm glad you all came, actually. Yeah. The only person really missing is Puppy Breath. But because of the time difference, this is what I say. I know it's a huge problem. Somebody should ban international time zones. We'll just have it all of us on the same time. So we just have to tell the sun and the moon to just cooperate. Yeah, and also with you, my sea prince, it must be so late there. Mate, you need to go to bed. Johnny, you need to go to bed. Alan, you need to go to bed. Not because of the time, but you just need to go to bed. Gary, I don't know if you're still there, mate, but yeah, I'll test. Popeye, Popeye. G'day. Hi. Is it Levi Sass Game Tactics? G'day. I've not heard your name in the comments before, but g'day from Australia. It is now almost 15 minutes past midday on Sunday. Got rejected 3 times in a row. Not by me. You mean joining the stream? No, I don't know what goes on with technical things. I've had a nightmare of technical things all week or beyond. My ISP won't let me get to certain addresses now. And it looks like I may have an issue with my email with some people. I don't know. Oh, Alan's bought fruit and veggies. Thanks, Al. Change the name. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So did you lose your monetization? Perhaps you found my channel of the video I made, how I got it back, and all the steps I took. And it wasn't easy. It was a depressing time and a worrying time, but I did get it back. So check out that video. It's, I think, 6 or 9 videos ago, and what I did. And if you are in that position, try and follow as best you can every step that I outlined throughout the video, because that's what I believe made the AI, because it's all AI. It's not they don't have real people monitoring billions of YouTube users. I know some people still think they do, but they don't. And that's the steps I took to get remonetized. So follow that. I highly recommend it. Another channel I meant to, of course, I've said it so many times in my videos, Alan Spicer, my mate over there in England. He partially helped me out with one aspect of remonetizing. That was the 30 days of content specific to what I do. The other stuff, I thought to myself, well, watch the video if you haven't seen it, because there's a lot of steps I took to, as I call it, put extra nails in my toolbox before I reapplied for the YouTube Partner Program. Let me catch up on February 18th. Okay. It is. And it's the only way they found our channels, I'm sure. The AI has been going through all the YouTube videos and going, does not meet criteria, does not meet criteria. Yeah, and it's crap. With a lot of cases, it's crap. So it sure blew me away. And the fact they never even gave me a warning saying, oh, your channel's not meeting certain criteria, you've got a month to pull it in line. No, I was doing the same videos I've always done. Should change the category as vlog. That's up to you, not necessarily. In my case, I did, but then I've changed it back since too. All you need to do is trick or meet the AI's desire to fit into a category. They can go, oh, it's a vlogging channel, it's a travel channel, it's a music channel, perhaps, whatever. So you don't necessarily have to, in my opinion, just be like I did. I spoke in the video about my channel, which primarily I class as a vlogging channel, even though I do a huge variety of things, which is to my detriment, as I've said many, many, many times. Because YouTube, the algorithm doesn't know exactly what is Steve Mack's channel about? Is it vlogs? Is it what's a bit of everything? And the best way to shoot up on YouTube is to stick with one type of genre or one category, not do what I do. Yeah, so go through the video, rewatch it how many times you need, make notes, and yeah, try everything I suggested. Try your channel description, to write up something. Even use Chat GPT for suggestions if you want, like I did. I mean, I did modify them, but I narrowed it down to what I thought and also what Chat GPT thought. The AI from Google would recognize as, oh, okay, so this channel's about this, because I wanted to make sure it understood that I also made other type of content, like how to do whatever. Yeah, go through it all step by step, mate, and take your time before you reapply, because I believe you can only reapply once every 6 months now, 4 months. They raised it to 4 months. So if you want the best bet of getting approved the first time, like I did, take the time to do everything in that video. And then when you've had a month behind you of doing the consistent type of whatever your channel's about, then reapply. Because as I came up with the idea, I think I've proven it, they go by, like in your analytics, they go by the last 30 days. So you want that time to elapse before reapplying. Yep. Otherwise, you'll have to wait 4 months. Okay. All right, Alan. Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. Cheers to you and Nelson City. Hope to get back there one day. Really missing New Zealand. My idea is that, like, pretty soon I'm going to put my Nissan Z up for sale. Finally. When I do, I want to use that money. I'll at least go to New Zealand. So, again. And maybe we'll even catch up, Alan. If we do, we'll do a little video, hey? That'd be cool. Yep, the channel always been a vlog channel. It's not, well, yeah, it's not always been a vlogging channel. Like, I don't say that I do just vlogs. To me, a vlog is when I'm out, like I did with Craig recently when he was here a month ago. And yeah, we went out and about, and that's a vlog to me. When I'm just sitting on my deck, which I call Studio A, for no particular reason, I don't generally class that as a vlog. Yeah. Yeah, talk to me, comment more under that video if you like on this topic, and I'll help you out if you can't quite work it out. I don't know why I got demonetized either. Yes, definitely create a channel trailer, definitely, because I believe, as I said in that video, that's part of it. Was another nail in the toolbox, as I said, to say to the AI when they looked at it, oh, okay, there's a channel trailer, and that trailer says this channel's about whatever your particular type of content is. Definitely do a channel trailer. Write up a description. It can echo exactly the same as the channel trailer and vice versa, which is what I did at the time. And yeah, with enough weight biased towards being able to show the AI what you're getting at, what my channel's about, I think that's what will tick its, computer brain. Go, okay, approved. All right. Well, I will wrap it up. Thanks so much. Give a thumbs up, people, to the video. And this is going to take a long time for YouTube to process this one. So to anyone that watches the replay, probably tomorrow by the time, if you want to see all the comments as well, I say thank you as well for joining. I understand you couldn't join when it was live. I don't expect people to stay up in the middle of the night like some people on this channel here. But to you guys that are, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been a good live stream, I think. And yeah, maybe I'll do another one on my other channel I revamped, which is Steve Mack Clips and Bits. And also, if you haven't subscribed to that one, please do, because I will put stuff there too, and I have been. But the main content will always be this channel, Steve Mack. No worries, Lawrence. Loza. Oh, cheers, mate. I think you're all legends for tuning in and giving some of your time to watch my shit. I mean, my videos. I mean, anyone that's met me, and there's been a few of you now, this is exactly who I am in real life. And I believe that's the only way you should be, is genuine and honest. For what good it does you. But obviously, well, I've got you guys joining me, so it must have done some good. All right, so time for me to wrap up. And hope you all have a good rest of your day or night. It is now, let's go by the computer clock. 12:19 p.m. Oh yeah, p.m. So it's just past lunchtime. All right. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. And I appreciate all of you, not just the ones that joined me today, but the ones that are watching the replay. Thank you so much. And here we go. Speak to me through the week. Comment under my videos. There's some you may have missed recently. Check out my content and see if you like them. And don't forget, I'll hammer this home like people need to, because YouTube changed things a few years ago. Not only subscribe, but go to the bell and click on all notifications, because that's the only way you're going to get notified when I put up a new video, or any channel you follow. Yeah, because YouTube, I've noticed too, they remove that all notifications for a lot of channels. So even if you've done it once, go and recheck, because YouTube loves to, I nearly said something rude. YouTube loves to mess with people's heads, especially if you're a creator. All right. Thanks, Johnny. Send me an email, Johnny. We'll try and work out what the hell is going on with this ISP of mine. And you too. All right. Cheers, everyone. And I'll speak to you soon. There's the end stream. All right, here we go. All right. So my next video, I'll just talk about something. It's not going to be too spectacular, but something I was going to talk to you about. Plus, we'll probably make a short video about some of my favorite movies. All right. See you later, everyone. Have a good time. Bye.